what has it kind of been like now with not having like the presence of kind of Andrew Terrell here and kind of that like change in leadership in that group? It doesn't play a lot, but really like brings like the spirit for the team.
Oh yeah, losing Andrew, that's a heartbreaker because Andrew was that guy on the team. You always have one of those, but I'll say Travis stepped up into that role, starting to step up into that role, taking the Andrew spot, just making everybody laugh and making everybody seem like have fun. So losing Andrew is a big loss to the team. So yeah.
How much does that mean to you to have that like when you're kind of stressing out or there's like a lot of pressure on the team to like have those guys keeping everything lighthearted?
It means a lot because they always bring us like back into our normal state. Just knowing that like you're still living, so and you're living life, and one day at a time, you're always going to try to live up to people's expectations, but at first you got to live up to your own expectations.
Do you have any moments you remember like in games of just like hitting a shot or something like that, and like looking back and just seeing them go crazy? Like, there's anything that stands out of memories of kind of that group?
It was actually in the Belmont game when I got that dunk. I just seen the whole bench go wild. I seen Andrew jumping on the court. I seen Coach Kyle pick one of the managers up and just shake him, and it was just a wild moment.
Jalen, obviously last year as a freshman you were a big part of this team, but this year you kind of moved into the role of top dog on the team and having to be a leader even as a sophomore. How is that transition going for you, and do you feel like do you feel comfortable, I guess, stepping up and being like more of a vocal leader?
Yeah, I do. Actually, it pretty much all started in the weight room. Once we was in the weight room and we realized that Bruno wasn't coming back, it was like instantly everybody was like, "Oh, we gotta pick this up now. We pretty much lost our battery. So now it's like one Bruno equals like one, and Bruno's energy equals like 7 of us. So, and ever since then, I've just been talking louder and louder. No matter if I'm just yelling random things, I'm always yelling and just helping pushing my team.
Yeah, Aaron spoke about that exact thing. I think he said like in the spring when you guys were lifting, you guys met and said, we have to replace that, collectively have to replace that energy that Bruno brought. Do you feel that that's something that can be done as like a team effort there, and do you feel like even without having his presence on the floor, that when things maybe start to go, if there's a bad run or something like that, or the energy's down, that you guys have what it takes to pick that back up?
I mean, yeah, but Bruno's energy is always gonna be unmatched because that's just unnormal. But we're always there. We're always picking each other up no matter what. So I think it's gonna help us in the long run.
And just speak about, I'm sure you've been asked a million times about the whole body transformation. Obviously, it's not just you; it's the whole team that's getting their bodies right for the whole year. But with you, I think what some people are wondering is how is the extra bulk if it's gonna affect your game at all, or how it might. Obviously, you can bang down low a little bit more, but part of your game is that perimeter and that finesse game as well. Do you think that you're able to still keep that quickness and that touch on your shot while also banging down low more?
Yeah, I do. Pretty much that's what we was building up during the summer. Building on the mass of the weight and just working like every time I finish lifting, I'm always out here doing drills that I normally do, like running to the rim, running full court, and just being able to just like adjust to it.
And then in terms of playing the 4 and the 5, obviously you can do both, and we'll probably ask you to do both. But where do you see yourself maybe being used most, or where do you see yourself being most effective?
Pretty much wherever Coach Turgeon needs me. No matter where, I'm always going to do the position. Even if it's out on the wing, I'm going to play out on the wing. If it's in the post, I'm going to bang low with the bigs. But I'm going to just do whatever I need to do to help my team win.
And with the depth now that you guys have in the post, do you think that allows Coach Turgeon to use your versatility a little bit more and move you around? Because obviously you guys have like 4 or 5 big bodies that you can use. Most teams are lucky to find 2. So.
Yeah, I think that's going to help me a lot because now that we got Mikel, it's just going to allow me to push even further out onto the wing and just be able to attack and just find them and find other open players.
What does Makai bring to the table maybe that Bruno didn't?
Okay, I'll say Makai, he can actually shoot the ball better than Bruno. Bruno never really had like a jump shot, but Makai and Mikel, they have that he don't.
I mean, and let me that brings me to what I asked Makai a minute ago. So, given the fact that he can shoot a jumper and maybe face up a little bit more, do you feel like you guys, if you're out on the court together, are almost going to be able to be interchangeable with the 4 and the 5?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's pretty much what we practice every day, or just being interchangeable. If one of us is down low already, the other one just pops out, and vice versa.
How much did the way last season ended in the tournament, obviously, how much has that stuck with you guys? Aaron talked about having to get off social media for a couple weeks just to not see the Tremont Waters play and things of that. Like, how much has that been a motivating factor for you guys, and but also the experience of getting to play in the tournament last year? How much do you think that might help you guys moving forward?
It helped us a lot. Pretty much, I remember after that game, I just talked to my parents, and they just pretty much like, I had a great game, but it was a lot of things I could have worked on. So ever since that game, like the next day, I was in the gym, pretty much just working out. Just even if it was just shooting around, I was just doing something and just trying to work on and cope with that.
Which one? Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just gonna follow up. So, do you think having the majority of the team back and having that sort of not necessarily fresh in guys' minds, but not having to, I mean, you have a talented freshman class coming in as well, but the majority of the guys here were there and felt the same thing you felt. Do you get the sense from the team that that's going to be something that kind of drives you guys this whole season?
Yeah, I think it's gonna help a lot. I think it's gonna build that. Well, that fire is there now. Like everybody knows, nobody wants to lose in the NCAA tournament again. So it's just gonna help us build upon that and just work harder every day.
We talked a little bit about last year. You and I doubt you remember, but you talked about how you used to play with your dad or something in your backyard or in the driveway or something, and you would cry when you lost. And if I remember, at Jacksonville, you had tears in your eyes when you left the court. How much is that just hating to lose, and did that play at all a part in wanting to come back and maybe unfinished business in that regard?
I mean, yeah. Growing up, when you're playing a father as a kid, you never want to lose, and that's just common mentality that nobody wants to lose. But pretty much just realizing that our season was over at that point, that kind of just brought tears in my eyes because you never know where nobody's going to go. Like Bruno left, I never knew if he was going to come back or not. So that was my last time ever playing with Bruno.
How much did that experience maybe remind you to stick around? I mean, how soon after that loss did you think I'm going to be back for my sophomore year? Was that a large part of it?
Pretty much. I always knew I was going to come back for my second year because the one and done thing is not really my thing. So I knew I could come back and work on a lot of things, and like I knew I had a lot of things to work on. And I sat down with my family and we talked, and they felt the same way. So I just decided to do another year.
How soon after was that conversation with the family? What were the things you guys talked about?
I'd probably say when I got back to the hotel after the game, I called my father. They was on their way back home, and he just talked about like that leaving a bad taste in my mouth and me not wanting to leave Maryland on a loss.
So it was raw. I mean, that was that night.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Did you ever go back and watch that game?
Yeah, I go back and watch it all the time. Well, pretty much, even if I'm just scrolling down my Twitter feed, I just see that game pop up, and it's just, I just attract to that game. I don't know why, but it's just a thing.
Do you watch the full game, or is it the final?
It's probably like final 5 minutes always. Draymond hitting that layup, and just that was from there on.
How soon after that game were you back in the gym? I know Turgeon wanted you guys to stay out for a little while, but
I'll probably say then right the day after we landed, I was right back in here, just shooting around.
just to get your mind off things.
Yeah.
How much is that last play almost motivation? Looking at that, I'm thinking I don't want kind of have the same ending as you did in Jacksonville last year.
It builds a lot in me. Knowing that happened, it allowed me to build my character around it and build my mentality, and just knowing that I want to do better than what I did last year and just take my team as far as I can.